Hello my beautiful viewers, how are you guys and girls doing? I hope well. Today I wanted to talk to you briefly about something very important because I notice things around me and I wish I could, share my experience with everyone that's struggling with their weight loss or weight gain. So I have friends that are very skinny and they want to get fat. I mean, not get fat, but gain weight. And then I have people that are fat that want to lose weight. And both are miserable and not happy with where they are. I used to be very skinny when I was a little girl. I actually was so skinny that I was always sick. And I remember in school, elementary school, I was always not happy with myself. I'm like, oh, I wish I was, rounder. And I would look around me and see girls that are like, have hips and stuff. And I'm like, I wish I was like this girl or that girl. So I spent probably my first 16 years, no more, probably 16 years to 17 years wishing I were, bigger, thicker, whatever you want to call it. Then after that, there were a few years when I think I was at my ideal weight. I wasn't thankful and aware of that at all. It just passed by so fast, from your 16, 17 to your 26, 27. Then I moved to United States and I gained weight because the food here is so different. When I used to live in Spain, the Mediterranean diet, I used to have a car, but I hardly ever drove it. I was always walking, a lot of activities, and a lot of olive oil, a lot of olives, unconscious ketogenic, kind of almost ketogenic diet, high fat, and very little carbohydrates. Although we had pastas and stuff, but we didn't really eat that much. And everything was like whole grains and things like that, a lot healthier than what's out here in the United States. So I spent the years of ideal weight unconscious about it. Then when I came to the United States, I gained like a few pounds. And then I'm like, I wish I was thinner. I hope I can get thinner again. And I was looking for ways to become thin. And I started working out crazy amount of hours and started dieting and looking for ways to do it. So, and really, if you look at the whole situation, we're trying to look a certain way. We're not aware. We don't realize that most important is health. Your body has a way of being. You are born to be either thin, thick-boned, extremely thin. That's the way your body was born and the way it's supposed to be. What you need to do and focus on is being healthy. Being healthy means eating the right things that make you feel good and make your mind stable and calm. And also, healthy foods are more like ancestral food, old, human beings, what they used to eat a long time ago, more than what we eat today. So actually removing all the false notions about food, diet. For example, grains. We've never eaten grains for so many millions of years. Grains were started around, I think, the Egyptian culture, because they realized they can store them and they don't get spoiled as fast, because there was a lot of famine going on back then. So when grains came along, and humans started getting sick. But before that, we had literally just animals and plants. That's all what we ate. Nothing was stored. Everything was fresh. And I think we used to conserve things with salt. So everything like meats, we will expose them to the sun and put salt on them, which we do today in Africa. I was born in Africa, and my parents, when we have meat, we want to conserve it, we put salt on it. A lot of people in Spain also have salty fish. They put salt on the fish to conserve it. They don't put it in the fridge or freezer or store it in cans. So if you remove the cans, the boxed food, you remove the very highly refined sugars and the sugars, and you eat in moderation carbohydrates or very low carbohydrates, that's what our ancestors used to eat, you will become healthy. Your body knows what weight it needs to be. You don't need to dictate how you need to look. If you care about your health and what goes into your body, the way you sleep and meditate and relax, the way you speak to others, the way you speak to yourself internally, those are the most important things that will bring you to balance. And then one day you look at the mirror and you realize you love your body again. It doesn't matter where it is, as long as you're healthy internally. A lot of people are very thin and very unhealthy. In fact, I know several people that are very thin naturally. They don't gain weight. They are the most unhealthy people that I've ever known. They eat really, really bad foods, and they have stomach issues, ulcers, horrible conditions. So actually having a few extra pounds is a blessing. I feel it's a blessing in a way, because it made me look into health. It made me look into question my surroundings, what's going into my body, and it made me realize that it is a lot more important to be healthy than to be looking good, you know. So also I know a lot of people that are very muscular and toned, and they have a very, very bad health because their diet is very set in specific amounts of and specific types of food, and they don't go out of that spectrum. They don't eat a little bit of everything. They're stuck into a specific type of food, and they become deficient and they're not aware of it. So the best way is balance eating. I don't think carbs existed before, and you can research it and you're gonna find out carbs do not exist in the past. Boxed things, canned, frozen things, refined things, high sugar liquids, that's all did not exist, and we should remove it and eliminate it from our diet and start accepting ourselves the way we are. Because when you accept yourself, let's say you're 200 pounds right now, just love yourself and accept yourself, and promise yourself to look into becoming more healthy, acquiring good habits, and become your research journey. Start your research journey, because if you don't become your own researcher, nobody's gonna hand you things and tell you, you know, this is the right way, because there's so many people saying this is the right way. You have to find out for yourself what works for you. You know, I've tried the vegan diet for a few years. I tried juicing. I liked them for a little bit, like a detox little phase, but then after a while I kind of felt drained, and I didn't feel the way I feel with the ketogenic diet. It might not be a ketogenic diet what you want to do. It might be just a low carb, high fat diet and medium protein, or it might be a high protein for now because you're very hungry and you're switching. So it's okay. Just lower your carbs. Remove your sugars. That's the most important thing. Sugars are so bad. There was never so much disease on earth until sugar arrived, and it was put everywhere, especially corn, high fructose corn syrup. Be aware of it. Read a lot about health, research, and also remove notions that are new. Like, you know, all these, you know, supermarkets are filled with boxes. These are all companies trying to make money. I understand, it's fine, but, you know, you need to eat natural foods, whole and natural foods. Vegetables, low sugar fruits, berries, you know, kiwis, things that are very low in sugar, coconut, and natural things like natural meats with no antibiotics, with you know, free range, things that our ancestors ate for millions of years, and that's the reason we are here today. So I think they did a good job. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you have questions, please leave them below, and I wish you a great week. Take care.